So anytime Greg and I have the exclusion convention come up, fireworks go off. Um, we've had some great success with it and some really horrendous results.
I think we're 2 for 3 lifetime.
Okay, is that it?
This
It's
this
only
being one of them.
it's only happened 3 times.
I think we had this, we had something in the Lancaster regional, and we had the team trials.
All right. Okay. So I mean the one that blew up in our face is the memorable one where we had an 8-4 Trump split.
Yeah.
So yeah, when Greg jumped to 5 hearts, I was like, oh God, here we go again. So let's look at this auction. Greg opened a club and they overcalled a heart. And I bid 2 hearts, which in our system shows 6 spades and a decent hand, right? 2 spades would be a weaker hand. And they bid 3 hearts. And Greg only has 12 points, but you have a pretty darn good hand here with a big fit.
Yeah.
And so Greg made 5 hearts, which is an exclusion ask for us, which basically says spades or trumps, answer key cards, but don't count the ace of hearts because I'm void. And our answers are 0, 1 without the queen, 1 with the queen, 2 without the queen, 2 with the queen. And I have 1 without the queen. So I bid 5, no trump, and we ended up in 6 spades, which was not a popular spot. Not a lot of people got to this slam. Not super surprising since we have like 10 points between us.
Well, 22 high card points, but it is worth noting that this slam is almost a claimer.
Yeah.
Not quite, and the King of Hearts is useless.
It's wasted.
So yes, we have 22 high card points, but even without the King of Hearts, the hand would play exactly the same.
Right. It's 19 functional high card points, and it's basically on 2-1 trumps.
Mm.
Right. I guess you can pick up King Jack third with South.
Yeah.
You might have some handling issues, but you probably make it anyway. Yeah. So it's a really good spot, and I don't have to have as perfect a fitting hand for you, but I rate to have some heart length that you can rough, so I don't have too many cards in the minors. And if my King of Hearts were the King of Spades, we'd want to be in 7.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you bid 7? Oh, wait, no,
we're off a key card.
We're off a key card.
Yeah, I think. Voids are very powerful, and particularly when they're in a suit that the opponents are bidding and raising, it's just so unlikely that your partner has wasted values. I mean, here you do have wasted values, but on balance, I think you're more likely to have 3 or 4 small than King fourth.
Yeah,
and any suggestion that you might have fitting honors in the minors, which is what that is, just makes my hand very, very good.
Yeah, and 10-card fits are huge too.
Mm-hmm. It's very useful to know that your 2-heart bid showed 6 or more spades.
Yeah. So this was partially a system win. A lot of people play this 2-heart transfer kind of bid here. And then it was a judgment bid. Like, how nervous were you bidding exclusion on this hand?
Not at all. I was so excited because Adam and I have such a history with exclusion. Before this hand, we'd bid it twice, and one of them was like a spectacular success, and one of them was a legendary failure.
Yeah.
And so when I saw the opportunity to do it, I was giggling inside. I was so excited. Not even sure I counted my high card points.
No hesitation. Just, oh my God, I can use exclusion.
Yeah, I think I bid it quite quickly too.
Yeah, which scared me even more.
I was just excited.
But at least in this case, I was very sure what it meant.
Right. It was my main thought process was, is there any way that we're going to have a misunderstanding here? And once I realized that couldn't happen, I was like, all right,
But I think after the one disaster we had, like, we created a rule: you have to have already set trumps before you can use exclusion.
Yeah, now that you say that, that is almost certainly true.
Yeah, because that's where the issue came from. And yeah, but here, like, obviously you didn't set trumps, but what else could it possibly be? Like, when it's in a suit that the opponents have bid, it's a lot clearer.
Yeah.
Than in a suit they haven't bid. Even though they had an 8-card suit, they didn't bid it. And I'm sitting there with a singleton, like, he can't mean exclusion.
Yeah.
It's my favorite hand ever. And my second favorite hand ever is the one where I psyched exclusion.
Mm-hmm.
The other one.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, you told me that as soon as I opened one of a major on that hand, that you immediately decided that your plan was to psych exclusion on the way to a grand. Like you just saw a one spade opener and you're like, okay, I've got it all worked out.
I see this one.
Um,
Yeah, our opponents were not pleased with that one.
They were very displeased. I seem to recall one of them putting their head under the screen and saying unpleasant things to at least one of us.
It was probably me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a fun one. Stick around. We got more coming.